It is. Hope everybody's up and at 'em. I don't know. It's 9:30 out there, and it's 8:30. It's 9:30 in some parts of the East Coast in the Atlantic time zone. It's 8:30 in New York City. It's 7:30 in Central United States. It's 6:30 in Colorado, and it's really early in California. Whoever you are, I'm thrilled to death you're up and at 'em, and I hope your hair is on fire and you're ready to go. People won't read your book of thoughts until they've read your book of acts. Think about that. What are you doing today? What are you doing to show people that you are in the game? Show people that you are playing at a level that you want to play. I'll tell you what, let me ask you this one. Here's a quote I heard. Why do people judge themselves by intentions and others by actions? Isn't that amazing? I think that all the time. You know, somebody should be doing something, but then I talk to myself and I don't ever judge myself the same way. Think about that a little bit today, and think about it when it comes to your team today, because your goal today, your job today, is to take your team to the next level. I was talking to people that are breaking through this thing in such a major way using the interview process. I had somebody call me last night and say, here's where I am exactly in the process. What do I do now? I am completely at a point where I'm ready to take it to the next level. That's leadership. Because what that person did was said, what do I do now? And I'm going to walk in the footsteps of diamonds. And that's what you want to do. Follow somebody that's already been there. It's going to be much easier than going out there and getting your nose broken. I was over in Detroit this weekend, and I was meeting with a guy named Bob Dickey. The guy ran a 2:22 marathon. I was talking to him, and he called me yesterday afternoon, and I was telling him our system that we use, and he said, do you mind if we use that in the entire escape system? It's exactly what we've been trying to tell these people, but we just didn't know how to tell them that way. And what's so cool about it is we've got it dialed in, you guys. We know what we're doing. All you do is get related, figure out what they want, and then show them how to get it. That's all you're doing over and over and over again. And the progression is so great. What are you doing? You're doing that one-on-one interview. Then you're doing that two-on-one follow-up with your upline to put them into the business and do it the right way. And then what do? You get them to a weekly meeting. And it might just be you or 2 or 3 people at your house at the weekly meeting. But everybody's realizing you're creating a culture there. And sure, somebody's going to bring some guests, but it's not about the guests. It's about you creating that culture in your backyard. I don't care whether it's Houston, Texas. I don't care if it's Little Rock, Arkansas. I don't care where it is you are, Kansas, anywhere else. What you're trying to do is create that culture. So all of a sudden, you look out the door on a Monday night here at Buzz Coffee, it started with 2 or 3 people that had an idea. And the next thing you know, you look out over the crowd, and it's sweltering hot here in Buzz, and there's 60 people sitting in the room for 2 hours. What makes that happen? It's called the community, and it's called the culture. And then you go from that weekly meeting to a monthly training. And the monthly training, you always try to make it a little bigger and a little better. This week here in Colorado, we got a guy named Jerry Clark coming in that is unbelievable. Unbelievable guy. And you're going to love him. But what we're going to do after that is make the next one even bigger. And then the regional events, I know they're having one over there in Fort Wayne, Indiana, where people are coming from everybody and everywhere. And then in March, you go to Las Vegas. And you've got to get ready for that. You've got to get ready now for Las Vegas. It's going to be an event and a half. When you see what's going to happen in Las Vegas, you're going to be blown away. And what happens in Vegas isn't going to stay in Vegas. They're going to blow this thing all over the country. So everybody needs to be building just like that. It's the progression. It starts with the one-on-one interview. It's that simple. It's very, very cool. And once it goes to the one-on-one interview, it goes from there to the two-on-one. So what does that mean? You bring your upline in. You ask Steve Wallach. I use him every day for a 3-way call. Not because I have to, because that's what I'm doing, because that's what I'm asking you to do. And if I'm asking you to do it, I've got to be doing it myself. It's doing the little things well over times that leads to accomplishing big things. Each and every one of you know that. It's doing the little things well over time that leads to accomplishing big things. We started this process out. I'm telling you what, Terry Meredith in Grand Junction, Colorado is going crazy in this thing. Gary O'Connell from Denver doing it. These are names you never hear. Kendra Gu down in Johnstown. These aren't the local people these are local people that you've never heard of before that are grabbing a beachhead in longevity because they can see the track to run on. Where did they come from? They came from the same place as your people, from our backyard. Each and every one of us have those people in our backyard. And everybody goes, well, somebody said to me, well, I can't find another me. There's only one of me. Well, that's where you're in trouble, because there's a lot of you. And all you got to do is stop thinking about you, start thinking about them, start looking into their greatness, start looking at how you can be of service to them, start looking as to how you can provide something in their life that they've been searching for forever, and all of a sudden you're going to find another you. And I'll bet you nickels to donuts that another you is going to be even a better version of you, because they're not going to be thinking about themselves all the time. There's plenty of you out there. You would be astounded. It might be disturbing there's so many of you out there. But the fact of the matter is, think about it from here. Think about the 4 people that you want to jump in the foxhole with. Have you said that to them? Have you said to them, I am building a dynasty here, and I want you to go along with me. And I want you to know that we're sitting down here on the 27th of July, 2010, and I haven't got my team built yet. But in 1 year, I'm going to have a $20,000 check, and I'm going to have 4,000 people in my organization. And I want you to remember today, because I'm calling you one of my 4 leaders. Now, if you want me to come back in a year and show you the $20,000 check, that's okay with me. But I want you to remember something. I chose you first. I wanted you in at the beginning. I wanted you to be one of my 4 partners that are going to be making at least $5,000 a month. You are my friend. I love you, and I want to take you with me. If you can't see it right now and you need the evidence of the check in a year, I love you, and I'll be happy to do that. But if you want to go on the adventure of a lifetime, on the ride of a lifetime with me and this company Longevity in this great profession, network marketing, then you better jump on the bus right now, and you need to talk to my friend, whomever it is that you're going to partner with. That's all you're doing, you guys. I don't care. I hear that story. Well, Tom, if I had your story, I'll guarantee you that I could get anybody in too. That's not true. You can use my story. You can use Steve Wallach's story. You can use Lisa Barney's story. You can use Erlene Downey's story. You can use Greg Arnold's story. You can use anybody's success story that you want. But I'll guarantee you the success story that's going to get them in the door is their success story. The story that you set up for them, where they know that you actually care about them, believe in them, and are going to take them, go to the top with them. I listened to Denise gave me the recap of the little conversation she had yesterday with Denise Perlman from Oceanside, California, who's raising her granddaughter and who's just got the most compelling story on the earth, who works at the Target and works very, very hard, but has this dream so much bigger than her circumstance. And all she needs is that vehicle to get out of that rut. And she's willing to do anything to do it. And anything to do it means building those 52 names and coming back to us with the 4 aces. Who are the 4 aces? Who are the 4 people that you want to lead your business? And once you get those people identified, you send your upline the interview on them. And then we call those people with you. I sent several of you text messages yesterday. Said I'm available all afternoon. Let's call some people. And I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to put the pressure on you to put the pressure on yourself. I want you to have a bigger life. I want you to play it so big and have it so great that nothing can steal your dream. And you can start it today with everything you've got. It's doing the little things well over time that leads to accomplishing big things. What big things are you going to accomplish today? By doing something small today, like interviewing 2 people and maybe following up with 1. I love you all. Let's get this show on the road. I'm bringing you back right now.